Financial stimulus checks. I'm joined by ZmoZagaX. He's an economist and a professor at Boston University's Questrom School of Business, waking up early for us this morning and joining us. Thanks so much. I'm curious about if this would happen, which is a big if. It wouldn't be the first time Americans have received checks from the government. We all remember the stimulus checks. But what impact could that have on the overall economy?
Wow, Errol. And thanks for waking me up early this morning, because I love talking about really silly economic ideas coming out of Washington. And there seem to be quite a boatload coming out from both the left and the right now. And let me say that I hope this doesn't actually happen, though it might. You never know in the Trump administration. And the first reason I hope it doesn't happen is that the savings are really doubtful. Elon Musk is in charge of the Department of Government Efficiency, and Elon has a long history of over-promising and under-delivering. They initially stare out and they say that we're going to find $3 trillion worth of waste, and then they cut it to $2 trillion. And I'm just not even sure they even can come close to $2 trillion for a couple of reasons. First, true savings are only known years later. Give you a quick example. About a week and a half ago, the president set out on Truth Social. He said, I'm going to kill off the penny. We're not going to make any more pennies because we lose $84 million a year making pennies. Well, that's going to shift everyone to nickels. And right now, we actually lose about almost 12 cents on making nickels. So yes, you might save money on the penny, but you might lose a lot more minting more nickels, which are more expensive. I'll give you another quick one. Right now on the top of the Department of Government Efficiency's website, they said, well, we just saved a lot of money by canceling some leases in Miami for the State Department. Well, if I was a renter, if I was renting space to the State Department and they just unilaterally canceled the lease on me, they broke the contract, I might not be willing to rent to the State Department a few years down the line, or any other government agencies. Burnt once, twice shy.
So, Professor, it seems like what you're saying is even if this came to fruition, the exact numbers, the cost, the benefit wouldn't be realized for quite some time. And so then I wonder if the purpose of this is perhaps something else. Is this more of a sales pitch for the new president to demonstrate he's doing things in a different way and Americans will experience the benefit, and it's less a specific promise to individual people?
I think this is a brilliant political move. If you want to get the American people behind the Department of Government Efficiency, say, we're going to give you a large check. But from an economic point of view, it makes no sense for two more reasons. The first is giving people large checks is going to cause inflation to go even higher. You just had a segment on rising egg prices. Well, when people get unexpected and unearned income, what do? They spend it. And if we're going to have tariffs on imported goods and we're having supply constraints, more spending with less items means prices just go up. So on one hand,
that's true.
On the other hand, inflation takes that money away. I don't know. Doesn't seem, Errol, to be a particularly good trade-off in my mind.
You're the professor. We've got to trust what you say. ZmoZagaX, thank you so much for joining us from Boston this morning.
Liberty Mutual has.
Damn, that's true. I don't know. That's actually right. He's right. You know, we basically gonna pay it back. Inflation gonna go up. We're gonna pay it back in taxes or whatever, like what been happening. Like but it's money. It's money. We want it. We want the check. Send it out. I don't give a. Send it out. I want that. I want my check. I want my stimulus. I want my $5,000 stimulus. Send that.
In today's video, we're covering the $5,000 Doge stimulus check because this is making quite the stir on media. So look at this from Forbes. Will you get Musk's Doge dividend via a $5,000 stimulus check? So look at this from Axios. Doge stimulus checks. Fox Business says Musk weighs a Doge dividend to send Americans checks using saved funds. Now let me tell you what's going on, and then I'll give you my prediction. Okay, so this is how it all started. James Fishback, a CEO of an investment firm, posted this on his X account, and it says, President Trump and Elon Musk should announce a Doge dividend, a tax refund check sent to every taxpayer, funded exclusively with a portion of the total savings delivered by Doge. Okay, so you see this, what I outlined in red. This is his work that goes more in depth on this topic, which is this 4-page report. Okay, so here's how Fishback got to a $5,000 check. Doge is hoping to save $2 trillion by cutting expenses, right? Take 20% of those savings, which is $400 billion, and return it to 79 million US households. And that would mean a $5,000 check per tax-paying household, which is $400 billion divided by 79 million households. Now, I want to point this out to you. So Fishback wants 79 million households to receive this check, right? But there are about 130 million households in the USA. So who would be left out? It would be low-income Americans. They would not receive a check. Why? It's because it says that only people that pay federal income tax in 2025 would receive the money. And many lower-income Americans don't make enough money to pay federal income taxes. So about 1/3 of households would not receive this money. And it also says that this would incentivize people to work and boost labor force participation. Now,
Damn, y'all pay taxes?
$1,000 Doge stimulus
Or y'all got a low income?
inflationary. So Fishback explains that the Doge dividend is different.
Okay, I'm getting that $5,000. I'm getting that $5,000. But what y'all think? Y'all getting it?
From past stimulus checks.
But don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people in America don't make enough money. Don't make enough money to pay taxes. Like, people are living off of government assistance. Like, people that I knew are getting government cell phone. Like, I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't know that was a thing, to be honest. The government is giving out cell phone. You can get an Android from the government to use. That's crazy.
Because tax-paying households are more likely to save, not spend, the Doge dividend. I mean, if you ask me, I would be skeptical of that. That's my opinion, and this is, you just saw Fishback's opinion. Anyways, Elon Musk responded to James Fishback, saying that he will check with President Trump. And then Musk told President Trump about it, and then now, I want you to take a look at this.
There's even under consideration a new concept where we give 20% of the Doge savings to American citizens and 20% goes to paying down debt, because the numbers are incredible, Elon. So many billions of dollars, billions, hundreds of billions, and we're thinking about giving 20% back to the American citizens and 20% down to pay back debt and pay down debt.
Okay, so something I want to point out is that all of this, it revolves around Doge saving about $2 trillion, right? So how are they doing? So if you go to the government's website, it says that Doge has saved an estimated $55 billion. So this is a combination of fraud, contract cancellations, contract renegotiations, asset sales, grant cancellations, workforce reductions, programmatic changes, and regulatory savings. So that $55 billion in savings, that's the official number on the official government websites. But I want you to know that that figure, $55 billion in savings, that is being disputed. Other sources are saying that the real figure is closer to a total of $8.6 billion in savings. And one thing I want to point out, so this is an example. Doge incorrectly reported an $8 billion savings when the contract clearly said $8 million. So Doge then later fixed that error on their website. So you can see the contracts that they list. And when they fixed the $8 billion mistake, they did not decrease their $55 billion estimated savings amounts. And they also triple counted a contract for $654 million, amounting to a total of about $2 billion in savings. And when asked about this, the White House, Elon Musk, and Doge declined to comment, but they did fix those errors. But to be fair, before this happened, Elon Musk said, and I quote, "Doge is not perfect. Some of the things I will say will be incorrect and should be corrected."
I want to buy your house. I can pay you cash for your house no matter what condition it's in. If you need to sell your house for any reason, click the
Okay, now I want to be very clear about this. Do I believe that a lot of government spending is wasteful or corrupt? And my answer, my opinion is yes, of course. I would find it surprising if you can find someone that doesn't believe that, or at least to some extent. Now, I want to show you the video clip of President Trump pointing out specific examples of wastefulness or corruption or whatever you want to call it. And then after that, I'll give you my prediction about these $5,000 Doge stimulus checks.
$10 million for Mozambique voluntary medical male circumcisions. $10 million for circumcisions in another country. $9.7 million for UC Berkeley to develop a cohort of Cambodian youth with enterprise-driven skills. In other words, let's teach them something about enterprise. What about our people? Can't we teach them about enterprise? $2.3 million for strengthening independent voices in Cambodia. $32 million to the Prague Civil Society Center, which is a very liberal group of people. Wonder how much of that money came back to the people that approved it. $14 million for improving public procurement in Serbia. $486 million to the Consortium for Elections and Political Process Strengthening, including $22 million for inclusive and participatory political process in Moldova.
Okay, so as you can see, there's a lot of waste going on, and most likely corruption, because the politicians, they vote on that, they approve that, and then they might get kickbacks. Just saying. So essentially, President Trump and Doge, they're trying to they're targeting those items, and they want to give a percentage to taxpayers as a Doge dividend. Now, I want to give you my prediction. My prediction is that the Doge dividend will not happen. It's because this would need to be approved by Congress. And honestly, it does not stand a chance of approval. Here's why. So the Republicans have a slim majority in the House and Senate, and you're not going to get any votes from the Democrats. So if you say that, Democrats are in favor of giving money to people, but they're not going to do it with money that's coming from cutting their climate and social initiatives to support Trump. And another thing is that the Republican fiscal hawks will not be voting in favor of this. So listen, if you disagree and say that this is not going to affect the deficits, I understand your point of view, but all I'm saying is good luck trying to sell that story to the Republican fiscal hawks and get their votes. Therefore, the Republicans will not have unity in the House and Senate to push this through, even with 50-vote reconciliation. So listen, that's my prediction. All I'm saying is just don't get your hopes up. I'm telling you this sincerely and just honestly, I really don't want people to get their hopes up. That's all I'm saying. I hope that they cut government spending and waste and fraud and all that. But these $5,000 Doge dividend or stimulus checks, I really wouldn't count on it happening because it's just not going to get the votes to pass Congress. I'll keep you updated. Please subscribe. I thank you for the support, and I wish you a very nice day. Take care.
Damn.
So listen, State Farm.
His prediction is saying that it's not gonna happen,
No, thank you.
but a lot of people need it. I would give up $5,000 just to see some people go to jail for all of this corruption. Stop saying it's a stimulus, it's a refund. Our money. My prediction, $0. Give a man a fish, feed him today. Stop stealing the man's boat. Fishing pole and tackle, feed him for a lifetime. It's not a stimulus check, it's a refund for money we paid. It's the same thing. It's the same damn thing. That's what I'm saying. It's our money. We pay so much in taxes. It's crazy. It's insane that we have to pay so much in taxes. Plenty people. Listen, I know plenty people, right? Who worked 12 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours. It goes on and on and on. I'm talking in one day. 8 hours, 12 hours, blah, blah, blah. Just one day, right? Just one day. Just for one day. And can you just imagine the rest of the days that's left in the week that need to be finished, right? And they work like 45 hours, 50 hours, 55 hours. Do you know how many hours that is? And your pay is supposed to be like over $1,000, close to 2,000, and you're getting like $1,000 or under $1,000, and you'd be like, where did my hours go? Where did it go? And then you look at your pay slip and you're like, pay stub, and you'll be like, what the flying F is this? Taxes. Like, what? $200, $300, $500 went to taxes. It's crazy. That's our money. Hand it out, pass it out. I'm ready for that. I need that stimulus.
Eating good or else insurance scamming shit. Inflation got ninjas out here crashing out. Tough, you know. Tough.